All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here finally in the grand finals of the Chairs4Gaming Cup number 3 for North America. Let's get it started as we spawn down here in the bottom left-hand corner of the map on top of the blue Terran player from Flipside Tactics coming in from the top half of the bracket. Give it up for Drunkenboi. Woo.
And on the other side, she's on fire. It is our pink Zerg player, Scarlett, who's been patiently waiting for the majority of this tournament.
She has played like 15 minutes of StarCraft in this tournament that has been going on for 3.5 hours because she just beats her opponents too quickly.
I wonder if it's going to be any different here because you know what map it is? Fear Dragon.
It is, in fact, Dust Towers.
She did take a base in her natural, so I was expecting her to go for that kind of crazy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking so too, with the drone moving out and everything, but she does just kind of scout around for proxy locations. She was talking about this in the lobby. She was saying, "Are you gonna 3-racks me again, huh? Huh, Henry? Is that what you're gonna do?" So I guess she was specifically scouting out for a 3-racks that happened in a previous series they've played in probably the exact location. I check for proxies.
I checked for proxies.
Oh, I could actually say can confirm, but I feel like that would be revealing that she actually did.
Well,
did you check the other side?
It looks pretty normal, surprisingly though. Aside from his very, very fast third base coming out of Scarlett.
Yeah, a pretty fast third base coming out of Scarlett, but you know, it's Dust Towers. This is the map that I think the most players you end up seeing. Yeah, you'll end up seeing this reactor coming out. You'll see a factory plop down. You'll see reactor Hellions coming out. Some oftentimes following up the Reaper. But it's a pretty common map to just go for those Hellion openings to try and shut down the crease spread. So why not get up the third a little bit earlier? Get that crease spread going a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I really like it though. It's one of the best openers you can do while being safe in order to actually keep up with the macro of a Terran. If you were to just go straight up macro for macro, because you're able to get those queens out, you delay your gas, which means you're going to get a lot of drones coming out. And instead of going for like a 3-axe before pool and having a lot of trouble dealing with the Reaper, you get your lings out, your queens come out, and there's really nothing they can do about this third. It's all going to be in the follow-up plan out of Drunkenboi. And if you let Scarlett get going with their creep spread and her macro, you're going to be in a world of hurt, man.
Yep, we do have that factory finishing up. Additional barracks being thrown down, not a starport, so not going to be going up to that fast starport tech for fast widow mines or anything like that. In fact, just going up to a big old, what I imagine, Hellion Marine force, and also getting up a nice fast stim to maybe put on some of that pressure.
Okay. Well, I'm wondering what this exactly is going to be. Like, is he just going to rally Marines across the map and hit some kind of, not even anti-timing, but just a, okay, he is going to drop the starport, so I'm not really sure. I remember there were a few weird builds where you just rallied Marines across the map and pretty much, you know, you hit a timing that is not expected. So usually you'd be droning as a Zerg player, and then all of a sudden it's like a bunch of random Marines are just like showing up.
Yeah, sort of interesting. Scarlett really delaying any sort of gas money. In fact, if you take a look, she's missing a very normally important upgrade. She's missing that Zergling speed upgrade. In fact, she's going for the Roach one right now instead. We'll see if she even goes for Zergling speed. She might just pump out Roaches and say, to hell with it, I'm going for that Roach Hydra play.
Yeah, well, the thing here that she's doing is just getting the Roaches out perhaps in order to deal with Liberators. And she might even forego speed completely and go right into the lair in order to just not, I mean, because you don't really need Lings at this point in the game if you're going to go for a Roach Ravager. Like, the Lings are there sometimes in order to deal with the Hellions in the beginning, but if she has her Queens out, gets the Roaches out, she doesn't have to invest into it, and then all of a sudden all of that larva goes into drones because the Roaches take up a lot less larva if you start using them on Lings, and you're going to start to fall behind, and it defeats the purpose of this kind of semi-greedier opening.
Yeah, it makes sense. We do have a third expansion being thrown down for Drunkenboi finally, so looking to finally establish that third, that normally very easy to take third expansion, but around the time that's finishing up and he's landing it, it might be around the time that Scarlett is thinking about putting on some of that pressure, because you see she's at 62 workers. She's sitting pretty comfortably. She's going to have 1-1 upgrades finishing up.
The only problem I see here is I don't know if she meant to not get a lair or if she's really playing like the greediest of the greed.
Oh, that is true. She does not have a lair.
Yeah, if you don't have the Zergling speed, then I don't know. Maybe it's just a slow. Oh, you know what? I know what she's doing.
What?
Something similar to like a Cham build. She was talking about doing Cham builds earlier. And she's like, I don't know why I even go Spire anymore. Cham is a dude that just makes a bunch of like roaches. He gets a crap ton of drones. Sorry, I almost pardon my French, but
yeah. And
just goes for a ridiculous amount of roaches and ravagers, and just pushes. Ridiculous greed in the beginning of the game. Pushes with Roach, Ravager, but usually it does have lair with it. You know, Cham would go for it.
Yeah, sort of interesting that she delayed it so much, and she definitely has a nice bank going now that she can start to pump out some more units with, but she's going for more drones, up to 73. At the same time, this drop moves into the backside, and not finding opposition to drop, but does scout out, wait a second, that's your lair tech coming up right now? Was that a hive tech? Did I miss-see it?
I honestly am wondering if that was an oversight, but she can still play defensive. She's up to 73 drones. 44 workers is what Drunkenboi has. And remember, he put down those 2 barracks as opposed to getting the command center. So it's not like he's going to be on a nice economy either. Like, I think she's going to be perfectly fine going into this, to be honest.
Yeah, Scarlett has basically been untouched in terms of her economy. Yeah, there was this attempt at these drops, but they have been shut down so hard that I don't think, a single worker was killed. In fact, not even a whole lot of units have been killed. 1 Overlord and 1 Zergling has died for Scarlett so far. She has been going absolutely ham. In fact, I'm actually curious now. Where are those other Zerglings? The Zerglings are just chilling with the roaches because none of them have speed.
They don't have, So her economy is amazing. Drunkenboi is kind of playing the more standard Terran style. Surprised he didn't really get anything done with the 2 drops, as this kind of style is susceptible to drops, especially on this map. But Scarlett handled it pretty well, and is continuing to. She might lose the 4th base, and that is awesome here for Drunkenboi. Now, here we see it. The one weakness of this kind of style. It's like the new 12-minute Roach Max. Except it's like 9 minutes, and even less. 8 minutes.
8 minutes. Where's Stefano? Get the record keepers.
Insanity right there. Yeah, what the hell?
I mean, of course, we're a little bit joking, just because Legacy of the Void, obviously a very different game. You start off with more workers, it's real game time, but here we go. Regardless, it's going to be a crazy big push in, and even if Scarlett has that weakness of having trouble dealing with the medevac drops, she doesn't really have to worry about medevac drops picking her apart if she is picking him apart on the other side of the map.
And now Drunkenboi kind of pushed into a corner here. Gonna try to get on top, but 2-2 is just about to finish, so she did hit before it did complete. But now here comes the base of Drunkenboi, a bit compromised. He's doing some good damage on the other side though, but it's only to the 4th. So the economy has been undisrupted, and Scarlett is pushing in. She's trying to win right here.
Oh, she's going to get some good shots off. Kills out the medevac that was holding up one of the siege tanks. Every single one of these units is so important because Drunkenboi is losing a lot over here, and he needs a lot of damage on the other side of the map to equalize. He does have the double medevac still around. Roaches are starting to come in over there, but the Ravagers are killing off all of these SCVs.
Yep, so much is going down, and remember, she's getting Infestation Pit behind it. She has the hive completed. The pathogen glands are done. And remember, this is a 2-2 build, Wow, I thought she was going to hit with 2-2, but she just hit right before it and just totally wrecked it without even having the upgrades. Like, wow.
Wow. And Victory's not going to Peely Peely. It goes Scarlett. Sorry, the overlay not quite up to date yet. Apparently, I forgot to hit save.
All good.
Yeah, let's
I'm sure they know,
update this.
Funny.
Yeah. Guys, Peely Peely wins game number 1 between Scarlett and Drunkenboi. Who will win game number 2?
Literally a DT.
Huck will win game number 2.
Spawned in the bottom right corner, and they both did like a base trade and destroyed each other's building. And he just came in with like 1 unit and said, "Hey guys, like in free for all, where you one person alone." And all of a sudden they have like ridiculous golden armada.
No, man.
Wreck everybody else.
It's rough because those point defense drones that he threw down ages ago from the earlier series, back in Heart of the Swarm, the Heart of the Swarm defense drones, they're still around. And one of them just, I don't know, like alongside an auto turret, just managed to kill the final building. Gets victory.
Got it. Hell of a game though. A lot of roaches, a lot of ravagers. I do wonder if maybe she did indeed forget or did delay the lair on purpose, but I don't know.
Yeah. I'm honestly I'm just really impressed with how well she's defended against like all the medevac drops and everything else going on while going for such a roach ravager heavy style, because you were saying that's like the weakness, but we didn't really see that exploited despite the fact that Drunkenboi was going for drops.
Yeah. It was really good.
But ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be hopping into game number 2. We'll see you guys on Lairlac Crests. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It seems like we have to regame because Scarlett spawned and she could not see any of her creep. She's just like, all of my creep is gone.
And you know how Scarlett feels about her creep.
Oh god, her graphics card just made a beep sound. That is not good.
That could be bad.
Okay.
She plays on low too, doesn't she? Or no?
Huh?
Oh, it made a beep sound, lagged for a second, then creep. Disappeared. Oh, I wonder if like, you know how sometimes like your graphic card like craps the bed and you start getting artifacts and
yeah, man, I've heard stories about that.
Yeah. This happened to me before.
Oh boy. Well, hopefully the problems are resolved. We're gonna be hopping into game number 2 between Scarlett and Drunkenboi. I'm not gonna replay that map intro. As much as I love nice username, I'm not gonna make you guys rewatch that map intro. We'll just we'll chill here until everything is ready.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll take this as a moment to say big salute for those who are unfamiliar with Sion, the amazing community lead manager. He's such an amazing guy.
Wow.
Celebrating 10 years at Blizzard Entertainment today. I guess yesterday if you're on the East Coast. But go give him some love. Go congratulate him on Twitter if you have a Twitter. What a boss. What an awesome individual.
Yeah, Sion is quite the baller.
Yeah. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be jumping on into it as we spawn up here at the top right-hand corner of the map. Top of the flip side tactics player, the blue Terran player. Give it up for Drunkenboi.
And on the bottom left corner, it is on fire. Scarlett. Currently teamless, I believe, as Acer did let go of their StarCraft 2 division.
Yep. But you know what?
A bit
on
sad,
fire,
but you know.
On Fire,
cool
a pretty awesome team.
Yeah.
There's no salaries, I don't think. There's no management. There's just the players, but it's a cool team nonetheless.
State.
You know, I also just realized this this decal that Scarlett's using looks a lot like a Phoenix. This is almost like a Protoss wannabe decal, which makes sense.
Yeah, it actually does. And you
Makes
know what?
sense,
That
Scarlett plays
fire,
Protoss sometimes.
image looks like one of the images I was looking at when I made my hot damn emote.
might be the same one, man.
Could be.
Scarlett repping hot damn. Maybe you should sponsor her.
Well,
Maybe you should sponsor On Fire.
I was salty because Fenner used to be on Hot Damn, and he left me for On Fire. It's kind of messed up.
Oh damn.
Hot Damn.
Either way, man, Fenner's a pretty hot individual.
Hot Damn. I miss Fenner though. Apparently he's
been dealing with some real life stuff.
Yeah. But he said he'll be back soon, so
Yeah.
pretty happy about that. But here we go.
Hoping.
Like, I was talking about very economic openers in the last game, and Scarlett is going to be doing it once again. Delaying the gas.
Yeah.
And I wonder if Drunkenboi's going to do anything about it, because he didn't do too much about it last game.
He scouted the natural, and he also saw the 3rd expansion. I wonder if that was enough for him to judge that there was no gas geysers down. Sometimes I guess that can be like a really finite timing. But Reaper gonna be coming in over here and gonna have a potential to maybe move into the main base if he controls this well, but no, gonna be forced back.
Yep. And I love this opener, you know. I don't know how it fares against 3-Rax Reaper, but it's not gonna be the case here, right? So
yeah, 3-Rax Reaper is less common on Laralac, right?
I think so. You still see it every once in a while, but like it's not as common as say not Orbital. Orbital actually is one of the most common ones.
Yeah.
As is Central Protocol.
Well,
so
we're not gonna be seeing 3-Rax Reaper, but we are seeing 3-Rax before the starport again. So Drunkenboi really sticking to that same style that he went for the last game, and I'm sort of worried. I don't actually know what the adjustment that I would like to see out of Drunkenboi is, because against this style, I really feel like if Scarlett's gonna go for that Roach Ravager heavy style, you want to go for drop harassment. But it didn't work very well last time, despite the fact that he was doing it.
What I would, I mean, I don't know if he realized what kind of build it was that Scarlett was doing, but it's about being greedier. Like, if he knows that Scarlett is gonna be greedy, then I guess try to be greedy yourself. Get that 3rd command center up really early. But you still have to defend against the Roach Ravager, so obviously you want to start getting your tanks up a bit earlier, and maybe even skip the Hellions altogether, unless you're going to be doing like some weird drop with them. Maybe the run-bys are pretty good on this map, right? So
yeah,
it could work out.
I'm actually gonna like really quickly address something in the chat. That's all I was saying, just because, you know, Chairs4Gaming, the people who are putting on this event, I know that I'm not going to be talking about the game for a second, but someone was saying that all the chairs are sold out on Chairs4Gaming. So here's the thing, Chairs4Gaming, I believe that you can get email notifications when a chair comes back in stock. The DX Racers sell really quickly, so I actually had to get alerts about when they were back in stock. So do look around the site for that. I'm pretty sure you can get notifications about it.
Yeah, bam.
But yeah, sorry, we were talking about the game.
Oh yeah, no problem. It's very similar to the last one, except that Scarlett is getting speed here for her Lings, not getting the lair once again, and this looks a bit more like an aggressive all-in, catered to the map. This wouldn't really work on Dusk Towers, at this timing rather. So we're gonna see a big Roach Ling all-in, maybe even have some Ravagers with it, but
and
the fact that it's so hard to wall, yeah, man.
These Zerglings, I think, okay, well, I think the Medivac scouted the Zerglings. I don't know if the Zerglings scouted the Medivacs, though.
I don't know about that, but I do know that, yeah, that was what I was thinking. Like, Drunkenboi was gonna go and drop, but now he's like, uh-oh. Something's up.
Yeah.
And confirms with the Hellions here that this is gonna be a nice push coming out of Scarlett. Does he have enough to hold it, though?
Oh, I think he might need to pick up these units and retreat them behind the supply depot wall, but the supply depots are down. That makes it easy for these Zerglings to get into a nice position. Roaches and Ravagers also gonna be able to do a lot of damage. The first siege tank is on the way, but Drunkenboi gonna be losing all of his SCVs in the process.
Yeah, it may have even been a better idea to just drop anyway, because he's not really doing anything here. And now he's gonna try to hold the ramp, but the damage is just too much. He even skipped his 3rd command center, and he's still not able to hold it.
This orbital might be going down. The Ravagers, if they throw it on, 1 or 2 more corrosive biles, there it goes down. Scarlett pushing on forward, looking for the 2-0 lead in this best of 5 series, ready to take this. She says, it's been late enough. I'm getting this.
What is happening? Scarlett just making short work of everyone she comes across. She wants to get that money and then just go to sleep.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I am
really dominant play. It's very scary, you know.
You know what I'm really digging about that style, which actually reinforced, like, I have so much more respect for how she handled game number 1. That looked so much like the exact same style as she did in game 1, where it was very macro-oriented and about greed. In game 2, she turns it into the all-in, and now Drunkenboi has got to go into game number 3 thinking, not only like, okay, how do I defend against the all-in, but is it even gonna be the all-in? Do I need to, for example, you were saying, like, you know, outgreed Scarlett in that situation. If he had gone for even greedier build, he would have died even harder. So, like, now what do you do? How do you deal with that?
I think it's the earlier siege tanks here. Drunkenboi going for Hellions is kind of coming back to bite them, because they're not really doing anything. They're not denying the creep. They're not helping with the hold. So I don't know, man. Maybe some kind of aggressive opener with like a Liberator. But let's see it here, Fair Dragon, as we do go into game number 3, right?
Yep, we'll see it on Orbital Shipyards. All right, ladies and gentlemen, match point. I know we have ace match, but we don't have a match point. As an emote in the chat, but ladies and gentlemen, it's spawning up here on the top right-hand corner of the map, fighting for his life. Gotta come back with 3 games in a row. Give it up for Flipside Tactics, Drunkenboi.
And his opponent spawning in the bottom, representing herself at the moment, as well as America. Well, rather, Canada. It is Scarlett. Technically, North America.
North America. Yeah, I always found that kind of weird. It's like we call America, like the United States America, and it's like North America. I understand the United States is the most important country in North America, so it makes sense a little bit. But I always just found it a little bit weird, because then like I want to call Canadians and Mexicans American, because they're North American.
They technically are, right?
Yeah, that must be confusing for like growing up European kids.
It probably is. I don't know how they teach it in the history books, but I don't know. I always wonder that, right? It's like, I'm from America, and you assume United States.
Yeah, man. Like, imagine if Europe was called Germany, and you're like, oh, I'm a German. It's like, no, you're European.
You're telling me that
like,
EU is not a country.
You're telling me EU is not a country?
I thought it was Eastern United
God
States.
damn it. Okay, continent, sorry.
I'm just kidding,
You know what? Reaper harassment coming down.
Yes.
I'm gonna escape into this.
Alright, yeah, very, very similar, except Scarlett is getting a gas this time around. Before she was delaying her gas for a long time.
Yeah. And this is the game that Drunkenboi also gets up a much faster factory as well. So both of them kind of changing up the builds. I think that this adjustment to the factory is going exactly what you were saying. You know, go for the faster siege tanks. So that you can go for like maybe a faster third or do some harassment or something like that. But Scarlett just not gonna have any, not gonna give him the opportunity to try and deal with that build with an adjustment.
I know that must be so annoying, especially as a Terran in a series like this. It's like finally starting to feel it out, and maybe I'll make some adjustments, and you already see this adjustment. Look, excuse me, not making the Hellions. Remember I was talking about maybe not.
Yeah.
Going right into Banshee. It looks like I thought he was gonna make a siege tank and then get the medevac. But it is gonna do that. Okay, cool. Yeah, this makes a bit more sense for what Scarlett has been doing. However, Scarlett is not doing what she's been doing.
No.
It's a little different.
Yeah,
not crazily different,
but the Reaper's seen that early gas geyser. He should have some idea about this, and the fact that when there is that early zerging speed, maybe he just has to be a little bit concerned about like a big all-in potentially coming. But once he realizes that it's a lot of drones coming out, I think that Drunkenboi is going to be able to not only throw down the extra production facilities, but go for that third expansion.
Yeah. It's the problem here is that this looks very standard to Drunkenboi. You scout it, you see the Reaper with the Reaper that, you know, there's one drone in gas, maybe speed is on the way, but 2 gases have been taken. Down goes a Baneling Nest. There's a lot of gas banked as well. I think she's just gonna go for something crazy here.
Throwing down,
maybe not. I lied.
Throwing down a Baneling Nest. Yeah, and going up to lair. Yeah, nothing super crazy. It's
well,
sort
usually
of,
if she had that much gas, you wouldn't expect her to get the lair because she was at like 300, 250, and no evos were up. But now they are.
Yeah. Maybe waiting on like scouting some information or seeing something, but she actually hasn't really scouted almost anything at all. In fact, her overlords aren't even really in position to scout out Drunkenboi. She's kind of pretty content just seeing what Drunkenboi sends at her and then gauging off of that. But correct me if I'm wrong, but normally we do end up seeing the Baneling Nest coming out a little bit later on these days in ZVT, right?
Well, sometimes you don't even see it at all, to be honest.
Yeah.
But the style Scarlett is going for almost, it looks like it is going to be some kind of Lingbane Muta. And the Queens might be able to get that medevac so close.
Well microed over there.
It's only one.
Yeah. Well-microed Siege Shank and the Medevac over there, just keeping it alive. The perfect place, denying a little bit of mining. I think killing off 1 or 2 workers. Yeah, killing off 2 workers. Definitely not too bad. And Drunkenboi is really gearing up for a big push out behind all this. Spire's coming up right now for Scarlett. But Drunkenboi, with no 3rd expansion down, definitely looking to be a bit aggressive.
Well, this is very reminiscent of kind of Heart of the Swarmish a build, but only 1 Evo makes me wonder, like, what is actually her plan, you know?
Yeah.
I did it on purpose. Yeah, okay, so 2nd Evo goes down. And I think she might have had a drone that made it, but, like, she pulled it away or something. This is not really common. She has the gas to do it, but she's just going to focus on some mutants most likely here.
Yeah, I wonder if she's maybe just holding off a little bit. She's conserving some of that gas because she knows at a moment's notice, as soon as she sees, and she does see now, the Marines moving out, she knows she's going to have to make an absolute ton of Banelings. And I also like
smart, actually.
Knocking down those rocks not only going to be good for defending in this kind of weird position, the Siege Tank siege up there, but it also makes it look a little bit like, hey, Scarlett, you haven't gotten your 4th expansion yet.
Yep. Oh, targeting down the Baneling cocoons. But the good part is that since she invested in the Carapace first, it 2 shots, I believe. It takes a tank 2 shots in order to kill the Banelings, but...
Oh, Zergling run by, the supply depot's down, going all the way into the main base right now, so even though Scarlett's losing this 3rd, Drunkenboi's gonna be losing almost every single worker he has to his name.
Oh my, well, this is ridiculous amount of damage being done by Scarlett, but remember, she has lost her 3rd. She does have the 4th base to retreat to, and the Muta should be coming out soon. So if she can clean up those...
I mean, there's literally 0 workers on the map right now, Tempo.
No. Oh my god, Drunkenboi did lose every single worker, and he's gonna lose these siege tanks. Oh, the mutas are getting taken out though.
Yeah, and there's still a lot of Marines left over. In fact, now with the mutas on top of the production, and by production I mean the Spire, the Evolution Chambers, soon to be the spawning pool, Liberator setting up and gonna deny things from moving out, and I think that these Zergons are eventually gonna get cleaned up, but this is turning into a straight up base trade.
It does look like that. If she brings the Lings back home,
oh, spawning pool goes down.
Be able to do something here, but oh my. This is
oh my god, Scarlett can only make drones, overlords, and banelings right now.
She lost the spawning pool. She has so much money. She's gonna try this around. If the banelings are not target fired, Drunkenboi, you need to target fire, and he's gonna lose so many though.
Oh, was that too much? He loses all of his Marines.
Wait, does she not have any queens? She doesn't have any queens. She has no anti-air.
Oh my god. But she's still mining. She's still mining at the 4th, and the spawning pool is gonna be finishing up. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's no... Oh my god, if Drunkenboi had just one more Liberator and sent it to that 4th and denied mining, plus denied the larva, Scarlett actually wouldn't be able to make any units. If he had one more Liberator to kill off that larva, she would not be able to make any units. So close.
This is crazy. I think she's gonna have it here now. Drunkenboi has nothing to go home to. What? Triple mule, boys. Oh wait, not even. Double mule. And guess what? Lings in the base.
Yeah, those are both lifted off orbitals.
Damn, that sucks a lot because that was pretty much all the energy. There's a bit more here on one of them.
Those are fresh mules.
They don't. Drunkenboi doesn't know about the base on the left side or the other one.
No, he doesn't.
Now, no, Queen. If she just moves, she doesn't need to move. She's gonna stand her ground, baby girl. You do your thing, girl. You independent, aren't you?
Oh, Viking going in for the kill on one of these queens. Assassin.
He just messed that queen up though. Oh, this is actually gonna be the beginning of the end as soon as the Spire is complete.
I think as soon as Drunkenboi is staying in this because he doesn't realize that, first of all, the other expansions have been there this entire time. But I think as soon as he realizes that, I feel like Drunkenboi is going to tap out. He's still sitting, he's not even making workers with his resources. He's sitting at 17 supply. He's just trying to make Marines.
Well, he has 8 minerals. 1 Marine, this sad Marine's going to come out.
If you supply box Scarlett enough, she can't make any more use.
1 Marine could change the, well,
that 1 Viking, I mean.
Oh no.
The 2 Marine medevac drop.
Well, here's a good one though. This actually has quite a few Marines in here, and that's it.
Yeah,
Doesn't even
that's gonna be
matter.
it.
Oh, that's sad. He put his frowny face.
GG.
GG.
Scarlett coming out with a 3-0 victory in the grand finals of the Chairs4Gaming North American Cup number 3. Cup number 3.
Wow. All right. Hell of a tournament today, Fear Dragon.
Dude, today was awesome. Okay. Haters gonna
So
hate.
sick.
People talk about North Americans. Oh, what boring bull whatever. You know, I'm not gonna use the word. Even though I know this is BaseTradeTV, I can get away with certain. I'm not gonna say it. But like, you know, people say like, oh my God, it's like North Americans are such boring play. Like they're not the top level players. But you know what, Tempo? Sometimes that's what makes them the most fun region to watch of all of them.
Exactly.
We saw some crazy stuff today. We got to see Ruff going for like crazy fast like Raven builds. We saw Peely, or we saw Wardy win a series versus a former GM player, Paperboat. We saw, let's see, what else? We saw
There was like the whole rep
the
series in
off-race.
Drunkenboi.
We saw the ZVZ.
The off-race too. Yeah,
Peely
right.
versus Wardy ZVZ.
Pretty awesome.
Like all the Scarlett
Yeah.
games. Like, oh God, yeah, dude, it's been great.
I almost spit my water out when Scarlett beat.
When Scarlett 2-0'd game time in the time it took for like one game to happen for
What the hell, man?
for Ruff versus Drunkenboi. I think it was like game 3. Like it was a 13-minute game, and Scarlett was like, "All right, I'm done." Yeah, Scarlett probably played a total of like 40 minutes today, and she walks away with a grand prize of $60 for first place. Drunkenboi walking away with 20, and of course our 3rd and 4th place players. I believe it was Ruff. No, not Ruff. Peely and Game Time walk away with $10 each. So big congratulations out to them. Want to give a huge shout out to Chairs4Gaming, who I believe was in the chat a little bit earlier on. Big shout out to Chairs4Gaming. They make this possible. If you guys are looking to get a DX Racer, Tempo and I both own DX Racers. Rifkin and Zombie Grub both own DX Racers. And let me tell you something, I really wish that I had gotten my DX Racer through Chairs4Gaming, because first of all, you can use the promo code BaseTradeTV and you will be able to get free shipping and handling on your DX Racer. I know that for me, when I got my DX Racers, they ended up costing like $30 to $40 in shipping and handling. Then you're going to save so much on that, on top of the $20 that you save on the chair itself.
Yeah, man.
It is
that would have been nice.
Yeah, man. Save a ton of money. But on top of that, I do want to actually just say, you know, these DX Racers, they are super comfortable. Tempo and I are complete nerds. We sit in our chairs sometimes for like 8 to 12 hours a day for like these ridiculously long casts. No complaints.
I'd say it's happened a time or two, perhaps.
A time or two. We've cast best of 69s in this chairs, man, and we've had no complaints. In fact, we would cast the best of 69. We'd be like, we actually felt like that best of 69 was a little bit short because these chairs are so damn comfy. I could sit in them all damn day,
Bring
man.
it on. But bring it on. Yeah, definitely. I mean, shoot. Started from the bottom, now we here. Had like the kitchen chair with the pillow. Oh my God.
Oh, so beautiful.
Yeah.
Man.
We don't go back to those dark times.
No, we don't. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to give some final shout outs to, of course, so there are a few other sponsors of Ground on BaseTradeTV that also help make BaseTradeTV exist as it does. First of all, G2A, you can use the promo code BASE. You'll get 3% off on whatever games that you order on G2A. There's, of course, Corsair Gaming that sponsors Rifkin and Zombie Grub, so if you want to check them out, I know Rifkin and Zombie Grub both testify to say that they love their Corsair Gaming stuff. Yord Woodwatch is also another really great organization that sells some very fashionable wood watches. I know Tempo, you're in Boston, I'm in San Francisco. We're both hip with the times, and you know what? Wood watches are definitely some pretty hip stuff. So if you guys are looking to buy some watches, keep track of daily savings time, you realize how much you hate keeping track of time, then wood watches are the way to go from Yord. Use the promo code. I believe it's also BASE over there. No, I don't think there's a promo code for that one. But wood watch is still pretty awesome.
Yeah. I know during like some of the tournaments, there will be like some kind of deal, you know. So
Yeah,
follow
happens
BaseTradeTV,
pretty often.
and who knows, maybe
sure.
you can catch it.
So Tempo, before we hop into that final ad break, where can people catch you at, man? I want to thank you so much for joining me for yet another Chairs4Gaming NA Cup. It's always so much fun to cast with you, and like the games have been ridiculous today, but it's only made better by the fact that I get to watch StarCraft with a friend, man. So where can people check you out?
Yeah, if you would like to, you can check out my music, YouTube. Just type in TEMP0, which is my name. You can always follow me at Team Tempo with the 0, or you can follow me on Twitch by either clicking on my name in the chat or just typing in twitch.tv/TEMP0_SC, which is my name _ StarCraft, pretty much. But, yeah. I want to streamline it all. Me and Fear Dragon, pretty much, I think every time I do the shoutouts, I'm like, God damn it, I'm reminded that I'm not just like Fear Dragon 64, Fear Dragon 64.
Yeah, man. You got to get on that at some point. But
yeah, man. I got to like talk to the people that have those accounts and be like, GTFO. You know, you have like one tweet since like 2009 or something.
Yeah, dude. Or you just got to pick another, you just got to actually like do a slight name change where it takes part of your current name, but then you add something on that just makes it so ridiculous nobody else will take it. Like that's what I did with Fear Dragon. Like who the hell would have the name Fear Dragon? You can be like Tempo Dragon. Nobody.
Yo.
Dude, then your logo becomes like a dragon that's like beatboxing or like, you know, has like the headphones on and like look.
That would be sick.
That'd be sick, man. That should be our logo. That should be Team Darkon's logo.
Too much though, you know?
Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys did enjoy the broadcast, do consider checking out the channel BaseTradeTV. I'm sure most of you are coming in from BaseTradeTV. My name is Fear Dragon, and I am one of the newer members for BaseTradeTV. I've been on for about a month and a half now, so it's been a little while. I wouldn't actually say I'm super new anymore. I'm about as new as the Colossus PvT meta. Let me put it that way.
Oh, okay.
Boom.
I see you.
Caster knowledge bomb drop. Boom. I know StarCraft.
Yeah,
but
we got to see some of that today, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, we did.
Didn't end up working out in the end, but I think it would have worked out if we didn't.
The PvT stuff, dude. I don't know if you remember that, but there was some force fields with the Colossus in that one game on Avex's map. Oh my god,
yeah.
That murdered some stuff. But yeah, my name is Fear Dragon. If you guys want to check me out, Fear Dragon 64 on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, which is gonna be coming up. I'm gonna be uploading casts there. I swear, promise it's soon. But also, I want to give you guys a little bit of a heads up that I am gonna be casting my first. Okay, I should say it's like my second live event because I casted Cheesadelphia this past weekend. But my first main caster live event, the one where I am like the primary caster for the event. I'm gonna be doing the whole thing. Kings of the North. If you like Scarlett's play, if you like North Americans play, like Huck, Desro, Neeb, Semper, No Regret, like all these awesome names, they're all gonna be there at this 8-player invitational. Kings of the North is gonna be sick. We're gonna have StarCraft 1, like StarCraft 1 on the N64, StarCraft 64. We're gonna have show matches, like a single elimination tournament there. We're gonna have StarCraft 2 Jeopardy. We're gonna have interviews. We're gonna have a chill, like home story cup style thing. It's happening this weekend, starts on Friday. Do check that out. I think it's gonna be on twitch.tv/ESChamp. You'll also see it on Team Liquid and everything else. I'll be tweeting about it. So do check that out. I highly implore you guys, and it should not be overlapping with any other like major events. I think Shanghai is this weekend, but that's like different time zones, so we're totally good on that. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been a pleasure, and we're gonna run our final set of ads and take the stream offline. So have a wonderful night, guys.
Take care, y'all.